Yeah, cruising in the ocean with my fellas, waving at the shore, we got all them people jealous. They see that we shining from way over yonder. Gotta thank my father, my sponsor, for putting me on board and also giving me the capability to live life with no fear, create buzz with no beer. God is the reason why I live like this. Now everybody hating me, now I feel like Chris. Working out, eating right, now I look like this. Phone filled with different numbers, now my ex all pissed. Now I'm playing, she don't care cause she move like this. Man, I ain't hating cause she bad, man, we all ruthless. Man, I got money in my pocket, diamonds on my pinky and that brain.
All right, we up. Happy Sunday. What's
Do your
happening?
intro, Josiah.
We're gonna talk about Smack It Down.
We got
Smack
to
It
talk about
Down.
SmackDown.
Yep, we're gonna talk about SmackDown.
Yo,
All right. What's up?
Yeah, man. So first off, how did you guys feel about the show this past Friday? Like, did y'all enjoy SmackDown? Like, if you had to give a grade or a rating to it, what would you give it?
Mm. Um.
I give it a solid 8 because it was
Yeah,
way better
Yeah.
than the past few shows that they done did.
Yeah. I can go 8. I can go 8. Yeah.
I'm
I
gonna give
could.
it an eight
I,
too. I'm gonna give it a strong
I
eight
might give it
because
an 8.5.
yeah,
I might give it an 8.5.
I'm gonna
It
give
was
it
cool.
an eight.
It was cool for sure.
But it was a good return for SmackDown. I understand why WWE needed the 2 hours because now you give each and every time and you get each and every segment to breathe a lot better. And this
Hmm.
SmackDown went by very fast. It wasn't that long. It wasn't too overwhelming. You didn't come across watching it. I feel like it was average. They passed a lot of good stuff, man. I'm very impressed. So I said back what I said. I was like, nah, 3 hours because you need to showcase all the other talent, but then I also understand the 2 hours so you can breathe a little bit more, digest it some more, and understand where they're coming from over that regard. So, but it makes me wonder, like, what was the purpose of going 3 hours in the first place? But I don't know. I don't
I
know.
don't know, bro. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, when you got 3 hours, you can you can. I think when they had 3 hours, they just wasn't doing it right. Where you had 3 hours, if you had 3 hours, you got the opportunity of giving a lot of other people opportunity to shine. But instead, they were just stretching out people who already was shining. They were just letting them shine longer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Instead, and that's why the 3 hours to me didn't work. Is because they didn't do it right. That 3 hours was an opportunity to give other people other opportunities and stuff, and they wasn't trying to do that.
I agree. I completely agree.
Yeah, they just made everybody. They just made everybody
that was
else.
my expectation as well.
Yeah.
Well, yep.
So yeah, that was my. You know what I mean. So that's if you're gonna get an extra hour, that should give other people opportunities to find a spot or earn a spot. But if you ain't doing that, then
Get
they ain't
over
gonna
it.
need to have it 3 hours because all you doing is making the same
Exactly.
matches that was gonna happen for 2 hours, 3 hours. So now you just giving people more time for those matches, but you still got the other people in the back that should have the opportunity to not get an opportunity. So I'm like, that's weird. That's just weird. But,
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah. But
Yeah.
I think, well, I don't think, I think everybody know that, everybody knows Zilla and them is on the way because Jacob ain't gonna keep getting beat up and thinking that's gonna be that.
So they kicked off the
Yeah.
show basically with Tulsa Corey up with the U.S. title in the car with his boys, and then Fatu comes out of nowhere and beats the brakes off of him.
Yeah,
Pun intended.
had him hanging out the car.
Beats him.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was hanging. My phone was hanging out the car to me. It was a funny visual. It's hilarious. And then he's beating down Solo. He's beating down JC, and then he beat down Tangaloa. Obviously, there's no Hikuleo being involved at least for right now.
mm,
Um, Fatu was just snapping, going crazy, crashing out. He's pushing. Like security guards is great.
mm,
Then we open up the show essentially with Cody Rhodes coming out doing his promo. The crowd cheering him. He gets a loud pop as always, or as per usual.
mm.
Um, does the thing, does the promo. But then I don't know if you guys been noticing, but every single time ever since Cody Rhodes has come back, anytime he does a promo, his promo's been getting cut off multiple times for some reason, right? So
Thank God. And I'm
You know
tired. I'm
what?
tired of hearing it. So what you want to talk about?
Yeah,
So
And you know why? It's because his promos is terrible. Like that's what I'm saying. They don't make no. If he ain't got no person that he going against, like a CM Punk or something like that, somebody that he can aim his promos to, his promos are terrible. Oh yeah, it's in New York City. What do you want to talk about? We don't want to talk about nothing. Get somebody else on the stage. You killing me, bro. Get out of here. Sick of Cody, bro. Been sick. He need to switch. He need to go heel now.
okay,
Sickness, bro.
so he's doing his promo. Randy Orton comes out. Randy pretty much tells him about like what happened at King of the Ring, how Cody went about his business, things like that. And basically insinuated that he didn't fully agree with how Cody went about winning, right? But he said why he hesitated and explained why he hesitated over Cody and things like that. But what's also notable about that is like, I don't know, he's talking about this. Cody didn't hesitate whatsoever at King of the Ring to do what he had to do to beat Randy in a very desperate fashion. So again, they're planting the seed for. I want to say the eventual heel turn, which could happen at SummerSlam. We might see that at SummerSlam. But anyways, um, Reigns is saying stuff, talking about you go ahead and kick John Cena's behind, win the world title. They face him up all throughout, right?
Mm.
Then we get the return of my guy, the Scottish psychopath, Scottish warrior,
Oh yeah,
Josiah.
that right there. My opinion. I think he came back too early, but that's just me. But go ahead.
I agree. I completely agree with that. I was like,
Too early.
why? Let him stay a little bit. Let him get away for a little bit.
That's my boy though. I rock with him. I've dropped with Drew, but it was just too early.
Mm-hmm.
Too early.
I'm in agreement. So yeah,
But Drew
Drew comes
McIntyre never
out.
had a feud. He never had a feud with Randy.
Yes, he did.
That's what I was about to say. Like I don't know. Seen that already.
Which is why I'm not surprised that they went with. That's why I'm not surprised with them doing the match. But I'm also kind of like I don't want to really see Drew versus Randy. I've seen multiple times before, but that's just me. Um, but Drew could have a promo, basically talking about like how they're buddying each other up, knock it off. Come on, let's be a little bit realistic. Like you didn't like the way he treated you, Cody. You becoming super Cody, which is very ironic because you could say I've been saying along time a little bit. There's been similarities between him and John Cena just a little bit, but and and the reason being is because Cody Rhodes, although he's a popular guy to you and Larry, that man is very polarized. Y'all cannot stand that dude for a passion, or with a
He's
passion.
what?
So
You say he's what?
um, I say he's polarized. Y'all like him.
Who? Who's
So
polarized?
Cody Rhodes is he's
Uh,
polarized.
all right,
You know what polarized means?
all right. You got it. Go ahead.
Okay. He's like I'm ready to come at your ass. But anyways, so Drew does his promo basically talking about how Cody is being a certain way and things like that, and Randy, you need to bring back the. Basically, he's like coming at he's getting Randy's hit talking about like, where's the Viper, where's the late Legend Killer, where's the Apex Predator? You're not the same guy you are. You know what you are? Your legend about you is completely dead. And I'm like, dang. He says all in front of Randy's face.
Mm.
There's all Ray's face, and then he's talking more stuff towards him and Cody, and he's just saying some stuff. The info he had for them was dope. Yeah, and Loki kind of spot on too.
Mm.
Um, and then out of nowhere, Rain Orton RKO's him. It was great. We love Rain Orton whenever he does an RKO. That's awesome. But then I noticed when Rain got out the ring, he looked at Cody, but he looked at Cody as
Cody
to
was
say,
shook.
maybe he was saying like, yeah, Cody was shook the whole entire time. But I think it's because
He was
he
shook.
knows that he may have posed a threat towards Randy, and he was at Randy's mentor. But at the same time, it's like, he's your mentor, bro. You ain't gonna get away scot free, no pun intended, just by doing what you had did towards him at King of the Ring. So Randy is looking at him as if to say, like, perhaps down the line, our two things are probably gonna happen at SummerSlam, which I can get into those scenarios in a minute. But Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes is going to feud at some point. That could be
Yeah, I got either Randy Orton or Drew McIntyre costing Cody the title at
I can
SummerSlam.
see Randy doing that. I can see Drew being a Cody Rhodes' challenger. I think Cody and Drew Loki would have a pretty good feud. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think they would have a good feud. Um,
Over Cody
and
and
that's
Randy.
very No, not over Cody and Randy, but I think their story. I think Drew was the same way of like how they have very similar paths to come back to the WWE, and they could tie that up into their story, and they ever do their feud eventually. But Reigns feud, no, I'm not thinking. I'm not saying it's gonna be over Reigns feud at all. I love Reigns. I want to see the Reigns feud more so than anything, but I'm just saying that. Um, so yeah, bro. Film for this segment. How did you guys feel about it?
Ooh, shoot. It was alright. I ain't, you know what I'm saying, go crazy.
Yeah,
It was cool. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it wasn't.
yeah, it was cool. Let's go to let's go to that behind the scenes segment with Jimmy and Jacob. When Jimmy walked up to Jacob and asked him, he said, I heard you need a partner tonight. And Jacob said, you ready to get in when you fit in?
That was beautiful.
It was dope.
Hey, hey, Jimmy said, yeah. And they shook hands.
Yeah, it was dope.
It was
Even
dope.
their match was cool. Even when they was, you know what I'm saying, when Jimmy went over the top rope and then Jacob smashed on Solo and stuff like that. That was fire. They look like a dope tag team. They could really go crazy for real, for real. They definitely. But they got to figure something
Man,
out.
what? Jimmy
Oh,
start,
what was that
hey,
name?
Jimmy start whooping on Talatanga.
Yeah,
Bro was big,
So
bro.
Solo got a
he
squad.
was he was swinging for the fences. He said, "But I ain't going. I'm swinging for the fences."
Man. Yeah,
you could tell. You could tell that throughout that segment, Jimmy and Jacob were both like they kind of like had like that wow type of moment for each other. Like, bruh, we really here. Like, I guarantee you back to be downside like, bruh, I'm with Big Cuz for real. Because if you don't know the story, Larry, but I mean, Jacob Fatu was locally inspired by the Usos to get into the business as far as wrestling.
uh,
Um, so the two of them like teaming with his like big cousin is like, bro, like that's heat for him, for real.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, that was dope. Yeah, I love it. I love the pairing. I don't know if it's gonna be a long term. I mean, would you guys love them to be a tag team for
Yeah.
like Mayor this year or what?
Yeah, me, yeah, I like it. I
It
don't
could
know for
happen.
the long term, but they gonna wreck shop. They become a tag team for sure.
Mm. Okay. Yeah. I got you.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot for real.
Hey, and since Talatanga went to solo side, we already know who side Lance going to.
All right, yeah, because they still got beat down. They still got beat down, even though there's a good tag team. They got smoked. Solo got a
Yeah.
squad, bro. Solo got a squad, and one of his greatest boys is injured. So when he come back, bro, he got a solid squad, bro. That's why I can't wait till
I mean,
Jacob
Solo's
get his
good, man.
people. That's why I can't wait till
Solo's
Jacob
good,
get his
man, bro.
people, bro. Jacob got to get his people, bro. I can't wait.
Okay.
They about to get Jay to
We
come over
get
from
Zilla
Snap
and
from
Lance.
Raw.
He gets Zilla and Lance
Um.
with Jimmy. That's gonna be crazy.
Yep. I agree.
That's gonna be crazy, bro. Like that's gonna be
So
that's gonna be
I
crazy.
agree. The next match was a triple threat tag match between the Secret Harvest, the opposite attracts pairing of Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair versus Michin and what's he call his name? DFAT. Um, it's okay. It was okay. Triple threat tag match. Charlotte and Alexa advanced. They won. Basically, this was to set up the overall like fail four way tag team situation with the tag champions. Apparently, the Bell Twins are not going to be at Evolution. I found a report about that. So it's going to be
Hey,
SmackDown,
can
Raw,
I just
and
can I just
NXT.
say this real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Reaching is fine.
He
Who?
is. I agree.
Reaching.
Which one is Meacham? I'm trying to
The
remember.
the
She look
the
almost Chinese.
Japanese looking one.
Yeah, yeah, she cold.
Yup.
She nice. Yeah, you right. Yeah, she nice.
I
I ain't
think
gonna lie.
she had. I think she just said she Japanese or Chinese.
She what?
Cause
Is
she
she
Japanese.
Japanese or Chinese? I know she mixed with one of them.
Yeah, she's half. She's I think she's half Asian. No, yeah, I think she's half. No, is she half Korean, half black? Yeah, I think she's half Korean, half black. Yeah. Well, her mom's Korean, her dad's black. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she
She's
cold.
mixed. Yeah, bro.
She,
Me and Yum, bro. Heck
she's a
yeah.
cutie.
So we're thinking about Charlotte and Alexa winning the match, and that hug Charlotte gave Alexa.
Yeah, should have seen that coming a mile away.
Yeah, I like it because they finally give my girl Alexa her props and make it not making her look like a fool, making her lose matches. Because we know Alexa Bliss is really that.
She really cold for real. She really is cold.
Me and Larry was having this talk the other day about Charlotte's in ring ability versus Alexa in ring ability. Would
I
you
don't
put
got
Alexa on the same level as Charlotte
never. I
or
don't put
no?
nobody. Listen, I don't put nobody over Charlotte, bro. I told you that.
I believe you. I
Nobody.
told you. That's why I was telling Larry. That's why I
I
was trying to
put
tell Larry.
nobody over her, bro. Like, nobody. As far as like a tactician in a ring, no. But she's not
Exactly.
far. I'm not saying
I
that.
had a few.
I'm not saying that she's
I had
far
a
at all.
few.
Let's do a lot of things in the ring, but Bailey do a lot of things in the ring. Becky Lynch, they all do a lot of things in the ring. So I'm like, I'm not saying. I'm Charlotte is just, bro, like them somersaults off the top rope outside the ring and all that crazy stuff, bro. That she different, bro.
I I
She
think
different.
I'm in agreement. I'm in complete agreement. I think
She different.
Alexa Bliss to me is a really good.
I can name you one person right now
Hold on, hold
who
on, hold
better
on,
than
hold on,
Charlotte Flair,
hold on,
and
hold on,
she's not
Who?
even in their
hold
company.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
Because
Sasha
Alexa
Banks.
to me,
I would say Oscar.
hold on, hold on.
I would say Oscar.
No, Oscar was
Sasha
most definitely
Banks.
going. Yeah, definitely. If you want to debate with that,
Sasha
absolutely. I'm
Banks.
not going to debate
Are
with
you
that.
saying,
But
saying Sasha Banks?
hold on. No, no, no. He said Becky,
Yep.
but wait a
No,
minute.
he's saying
Wait a
Sasha
minute.
No, I
Banks.
said Sasha Banks.
He said Sasha Banks.
Who did? Me or him?
Larry,
I did.
You're playing Sasha against
over
Charlotte
Charlotte.
today?
He putting Sasha
Over
over
I'm,
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
I'm in agreement with that. I'm in complete agreement with that too. I am. But
I'm not, but
I
yeah.
wouldn't put I want to put Alexa over Charlotte, and here's my reason why. I think Alexa is a really good in-ring performer, and you can make the case in the argument that she's actually improved in the ring ever since coming back to WWE. I'm like, bro, she's really showing out for real. I'm like, okay, well, that's what you doing your thing. But to me, I feel like her ability to do promos and her character work is her strong suit. It's not her in-ring ability, which some wrestlers have. Like you, but I don't mean you can't necessarily be great or be one considered one of the best. But to me, what it tells me is that you have a total package. Because if you only like one thing, because okay, B, let me ask you a question: is Charlotte's character work great?
Charlotte is the GOAT, bro. To me, this is just my opinion. Everything that
Sure.
she got going on is legit. To me,
So you enjoy her promos. She got
everything,
everything. She checked all the boxes, correct?
everything. Yeah, I don't
Okay.
think her.
Okay.
I don't think her mic ability is super great, but I don't think a lot of the women's mic ability is super great. That's why I'm like, yeah, it's a lot of women that's like they're not that good on the microphone. I'm like, who do you put like? Okay, like who would y'all say like that is the legit person on the mic that's a woman? Like legit. They don't stumble. They don't wait for
Becky
no
Lynch.
crowd reaction. That's the only one. That's what I was about to say. Becky Lynch is the only one I could pull it off. Bianca, not
I'm gonna
good.
say Becky.
Jade,
Yep.
not
I was
good.
gonna say Becky.
Rhea, not that good. Like they're not that good, bro. So when you holding it to the candlestick with them, like Charlotte and Becky is like that. Like Tiffany is cool, she coming to herself, but it's still like
What about
they got
Bianca?
no, she's not good. You remember when Bianca, Naomi, and Jay did WrestleMania? How terrible they was on the mic when they was the was they the host? Were they the host for the WrestleMania?
I'm gonna say this: Bianca, when she was a heel in NXT, was there on the microphone. She was there.
That's back then. She ain't that now.
I know, BG. I'm just keeping it real. But I think the moment she goes to doing heel, you're gonna see Paul work probably be a whole lot better.
We'll see.
But because she beat, but yeah, go ahead.
No, I was done. I said she wasn't good. I ain't had nothing else to say after that.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah,
What
the
about
And
Naomi?
did y'all
keep
notice
Terrible.
they're not
talking.
really doing nothing with her?
Yeah, they ain't. Well, she injured still. She ain't even back. Like her and Jade was just on
Who?
TV. Her and Jade was just on TV with Jay Uso and them doing something. I don't know if that was the fanatic, the fanatic drink. I don't know what it was, but they was all just on the couch together chopping
Yeah,
it up.
that's what that was.
Yeah, but she's still injured, so we ain't even getting her yet. So I don't know. Yeah, like she injured for real apparently, but you see her all the time. But that's it. Like I think that's how Naomi still have an opportunity to do whatever she want to do. I still trying to find out.
Oh yeah,
You talking about Liv?
No, Bianca.
hey,
Oh,
I did not see that coming. She charged out of nowhere
Yeah, she did.
and
She dog.
smacked Jay.
She dog walked Jay, bro. Just Jay
Hey,
gotta watch that, bro.
I'm
regardless,
loving this Naomi.
Yeah, bro. This Naomi different, bro.
proceed with
I ain't gonna
caution.
lie. I ain't gonna lie. This Naomi different, bro. I ain't mad at it, man. I ain't mad at it at all.
Proceed with caution, bro.
And Josiah got a picture of Naomi on his wall.
She might.
What?
I ain't gonna lie to you. She might have the. I'm looking like she. When I be looking at her, and then when you check her off like off WWE and just Google her, she might have the best body in the game in
Oh
WWE.
yeah.
When you look at her body for real, she might have the best body in WWE.
Other than Jada Parker.
Yeah, her and Jada Parker, bro, it's different. Like I like Jade. She just too muscular, but she's still cute. I like Rhea. She like that. She cool, but Naomi, she got top and bottom. Like she's cold. She cold. Her body is insane.
Oh yeah, and
Very,
Liv
very
Morgan.
fit.
And
Very
who?
fit.
Liv Morgan.
You got Liv Morgan body over Tiffany Stratton though. Tiffany body crazy too.
Yeah.
Tiffany's still a little muscular too, as well.
She is, but she ain't Jade muscular.
Like I said,
Yeah. Yeah, Liv Morgan for her size, her body is crazy. But Bailey's body is
they put
Bailey's
Reigns to
body
face
top
Drew.
five.
I agree. They
Bailey
put
I
Reigns
ain't
and
gonna lie
Drew.
to you. I was surprised to find out that Ivy now has a husband.
Yeah, she's married.
yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, he gotta be one of them guys that just love muscles.
Thanks.
'Cause I couldn't be with a woman that muscular.
I guess.
Like I seen her working out with Shane. I'm like, bro,
What pharmacy at?
she too muscular. She way too muscular.
Nick Aldis backstage book Reigns versus Drew McIntyre for Saturday night's main event. We got teams of Drew and Jacob Fatu facing off. I'm loving that. Please give me that match. I would rather have that match over Reigns versus Drew, but that's just me. Um, is what it is. So yeah,
When is Saturday Night
yeah.
Main event?
Hold on, I think it's this
Um,
weekend. Hold on.
so yeah, Saturday Night's main
Josiah?
event. Drew will face Randy Orton.
You know, I
It's the same show where they have Goldberg versus Gunther in his last match. Allegedly, we'll have to wait and see. Uh,
get that junk out the way.
so
I don't feel like seeing that.
yeah. The next match we got was the Wyatts versus Berto, Chris Sabin, Montez Ford, and John Gargano.
Yeah.
Um, they've been doing this weird thing with the tag team division where basically like all teams get together and everyone's like, we need to get the Wyatts out here. We need to assemble and pretty much take them out of the whole entire like tag team division, which I kind of like, but
Or
at the
was
same
it
time,
still other
it's
table?
becoming
I
a bit
don't know.
it's becoming a bit wonky, a little corny at times, but
All right.
I get it.
Yes.
They talked about the White Six.
How?
It, it would have been better if Bray Wyatt was there. Book wise,
That's not
story
fair, bro.
wise, everything.
That's not fair.
Huh?
That's not fair.
You know what I'm saying? They don't really know what
Not
they
fair
doing.
though. But it's
No, I'm
not
not
fair for
talking
you to
about
say
the
that.
group.
No, I
I'm
know
not
you're not
talking
talking
about the
about
group.
the group,
I'm talking
but
about the
that
booking.
was out of their control. That's what you failed to realize. Even if Bray was there,
Yeah,
could it have been
I'm
could have
not,
been
I'm
better?
not,
Absolutely. Should they have not
I'm not,
even
I'm not,
better?
What is
Could
that?
have been different. Yes, absolutely. At the
I'm
same
not,
time,
I'm not faulting them. I'm not faulting the White Six. I'm
I think you're fault the White Six.
talking about all the people that's writing everything.
But that's what I'm saying. Like you can't say
But
that
I got
because
other stuff
Bray
I
had
got
a health
to
issue right at the time. So that's not
say,
fair.
bro.
That was out of their control. They couldn't put Bray Wyatt into a storyline right at the time because he was dealing with a health issue that eventually caused him to pass away. Eventually, hate to say it, but
No,
it's
I'm
true.
not. No, I'm not. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is they kind of dropping the ball because they not doing what they were doing before when they first debuted. It
And what was
doesn't
that?
make sense no more. They were originally targeting people who betrayed their family, like Chad Gable and
Oh,
stuff like that.
oh, yeah, you talking about the Y6? Yeah.
Like for premise,
So I'm like, y'all just having them attack anybody now.
they're looking to take over the tag team division as well, though. The goal right now is to get towards those tag team title belts. And to me, I'm like, that's a pretty solid deal. Like, if, at least they're keeping them involved, and they're getting over. Every single time they come out, bro, the crowd is like is invested with them, bro.
Right,
They're loving with.
but
So
that
it's
ain't the
not like,
storyline. That ain't the storyline they were supposed to have. They're supposed to have the storyline to go against
but
people that's going against their
that's
family.
because I'm gonna tell you why that happened. That's because one, WWE moved them over to SmackDown, and two, they got rid of, if you remember, BD, the Final Testament storyline, because they let go AOP and Paul Ellering. So you couldn't do anything with the whole entire fashion warfare that the Wyatt Sisters was involved because they had to put that on a pause because both had got hurt. So they had, but then they decided to move them over to SmackDown, and basically you had to start fresh, start a new storyline. Now I agree with you; they could have definitely have went back towards it, but I think because WWE decided to go ahead and release AOP for Authors of Pain and whatnot, and Paul Ellering, it pretty much threw a monkey wrench towards their plans. But my question is, why did they release them knowing their storyline didn't even get a payoff for it?
But they not the only ones that had. That's what I'm saying. They not the only ones that had family problems though. So why do they gotta kill it just because they gone?
No,
Chad
I'm saying
Gable and
Bo
them had
was
that
injured.
situation.
He was hurt.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, so if he hurt, you go to the next situation. Wasn't Chad Gable and them
I
going into?
agree.
Didn't Chad Gable and them have problems with his family? Why
I
they
didn't
stop
know,
that?
Beasley. What I'm saying is, I'm in agreement. What I'm saying is, they had him on Raw. They moved him over to SmackDown. The people that
Okay,
the town that's on SmackDown weren't the town that was on Raw that they were feuding with.
what does that mean? What does that have to do
I
with
don't know
What
about
I'm saying
the
is,
solo.
what I'm saying is
That's what
they
they
had to
need to
come up
do.
with
Have them go
a
out to
storyline for
solo.
them to do.
Yeah, that makes sense for him to go after Solo because Solo turned on Roman.
I completely agree with that. I completely agree with that. But then at the same time, do you risk the idea of having the? By the way, win losses don't matter, but do you risk them getting? I wouldn't say exposed, but like, do you risk them becoming like guys who are freaking getting beat up by the whole entire bloodline?
That's the story for the
They're
Wyatt
not gonna.
Six.
Hey,
The Wyatt Six are
No,
there
I love the
to
storyline. I'm
fix the
just saying.
problem. Yeah, Wyatt Six are there to fix the problem. You got a problem with your family, we got a problem with you. Period. That's what the Wyatt Six was for, and that's why it was so
Fair
good.
enough.
Now all of a sudden you got
Fair
them on
enough.
camera all the time just for the tag team titles. I'm like, that's cool, but you still got people that still issues that the Wyatt Six is supposed to fix, and you
Right.
just let it go, and you're not letting them fix it no more. Now you just like, oh yeah, well they tag team, so we just gonna go that route. I'm like, yeah, that wasn't the plan. They was just strategically supposed to be in the WWE doing something, and they just took that whole story away, and now they got them just going after the belts.
Hmm.
It would make sense if they would have completed the objective, but they didn't.
I get that. Hmm.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, I just wanted them to complete the objective. That's it. Complete the objective, then you can go and do what you
No, I
do.
get it. I'm in complete agreement. But I think also, but I will say maybe the reason why they're not doing that storyline right now is because they have to wrap up the storyline with Fall Two and Jimmy and them, which will eventually bring Roman and everybody else back.
Yeah, but
So
that's happening right now. What could why wouldn't they? Oh, well, that's
right, that's
because
what I'm saying. I
he
think
was injured.
they had to continuously do that storyline even in the midst of that. And plus the Wyatt didn't automatically debut. I think they came around what was it, May, June?
I
Yeah, it
don't
was
know
May.
when
It
they
was
came
May. It was
around.
May. It was Bray Wyatt's birthday. Yep, it was May. Um, so yeah, that's when they decided to bring him back in and things like that. But the Wyatts has won the 8-man tag match. Basically, they're going to get a title shot against Street Profits for next week. It'll be that's Lucas Loomis and Joe Gacy. The Wyatts with the belts. Cool. I ain't mad at that. Julia gave a promo. A fan of hers. Her becoming the new U.S. Women's Champion. Can't wait to see what she does next. They went ahead and did all that too. Um, what? Okay, the next match they have is the Fraction versus Andrade. Oh, I forgot to mention. I'm tripping. Trish Stratus, Tiffany Stratton, Jay Cargill segment. The promo. How do you guys
What?
feel about that?
What?
It was what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was boring.
Go ahead and give me your
Uh,
reason, BZ. I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
It was whack and it was boring. And like I said, Jay Cargill, I rock with her heavy. She can't talk. She don't know how to talk, bro. She do a lot of work in the ring. I want to see her in the ring. Tiffany can't talk either, and it's now what you call it being exposed. Trish Stratus said she can't talk either. So you got three people who can't talk in the ring at the same time. That's a terrible segment.
That's hilarious.
Y'all going based off of crowd reaction. If the crowd don't say nothing, or if the crowd don't pop off of something you say, you don't even know what to say. And you can tell in the ring, like they wait and they pause on purpose because they expect a hand clap or something. And if the crowd don't give it to them, it falls. And I'm like, bruh, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Just fight. Just fight and get it over with. Because right now, y'all cats look crazy. Y'all look crazy. Y'all just in the ring. Three beautiful women. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted at all. They all look good, but that's it.
Agreed. What was the urgent that you found that was nowhere about the promo though?
What you mean? I just explained it.
No, now I'm not talking about that. What was the urgent that was glaring obvious about that promo?
I
Let's see
don't know.
if you can figure it out. Okay. Tiffany Stratton gave her a title shot.
Gave who a title shot?
Trish Stratus a title shot
I mean, she
for
gave
that
her a
match.
title shot. She gave her a title shot because it was supposed to be the old heads versus new heads of Evolution.
So with that said, pass. Rhea and EO this past Monday on Raw, complete pass. Guess who does not get a pass from me? Take a wild guess.
Hold
What'd you say?
With you saying that, Tiffany and Trish Stratus gets a pass. EO's
Tiff.
reason for challenging Rhea, since he want to face the best
Yeah,
and Evolution,
yeah,
pass. Which
yeah.
match? Take a wild guess. Does not get past me whatsoever, and it has a similar somewhat of an issue like that too.
Who was that?
Gunther versus Goldberg.
I mean, cause it's not evolution.
No, I'm not talking about Evolution. Evolution, okay,
Evolution
okay.
is built for
Again,
the old
all that
school versus
past,
the new school. Saturday Night Main
right?
Event ain't old school versus new school. So what are you
EO's
talking about?
listen, EO's reasoning for going after um
Rhea.
sorry, at Rhea what's so that she can go about, okay, I want to defend my title against the very best WWE has to offer. And to me, that's Rhea. Plus, then
Right,
you draw in the storyline of her not being able to beat EO. I
right.
get you over that. Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus, by the way, they both have similar initials, TSTS, right? You didn't catch that. Um, they are they had a tag match earlier this year around Chamber. So you do tie that in, and she respects her, but she also wants to be able to say, I want to face a legend in this business who also paved the way for all of us. So okay, cool. So you go about doing all that. I give you again, those are complete passes, and then the whole entire evolution build up. Pass. When Goldberg came out, all the man said is, "You're next." Not one time did he ever mention, "I want to come at you for your world title belt." This, and third, yada yada. None of that. And the WWE on the same night, because I'm making this up, announced that their match would be for the world title.
Everybody's seen that. What's
But
the problem?
Goldberg, hold on. But my problem is Goldberg never, when he was doing his promo, never put over the idea of saying, "I want to face you and get you for that belt." All he says, "I want to come at Gunther." So to me, basically what you're saying is your few idea was to go after Gunther because of what he talked about your kids. You didn't mention about going after the world titles. So why is it a title match?
Because
And I
Gunther
get
has
it.
the title. What? Come on, bro.
Right,
Come
but
on,
he
bro.
didn't. But what I'm saying is, BZ. What I'm saying is this: they should have drawn it up better.
No.
If Goldberg, hold on, if Goldberg should have said this, Goldberg should have went, "I'm coming after you. You care my kids. This and that, third, boom, boom, whatever else have you. But also, not only do I want to beat you, I'm gonna take that title from you." All he
No.
said was, "I'm coming at you, and you're next," and that's it.
Yeah.
There's nothing that's anywhere about the world title.
Right.
You
Why would he
completely
say
ignored it.
anything about the world title if at the end of the day they claiming that this is his last match? So why would you announce that?
So BZ, why is he getting a title match?
Because he's Goldberg. Why are you acting like he ain't him? What is wrong with you?
Larry, no, this
on.
guy hasn't even been in the bro. He's not even been in the freaking company for
It don't
months,
matter, bro.
and he gets a title match.
Is this not the same company we just got done saying it's 3 billion in the hole?
Yes,
Okay, so how much money is Goldberg drawing in? Don't
I
play
don't
like he
know.
won't, regardless if we like him or if we don't like him. WWE is pulling strings because of the fact that they don't have no money. If I guarantee you, it could have been Stone Cold, but Stone Cold probably said no. It could have been The Rock. The Rock probably could have said no. It could have been Shawn Michaels. They could have said no. They're grabbing the person that they can actually do that can afford to try to bring this money in. This ain't no comment. This is common sense. The only reason why Goldberg is here because they need the money. They need the money. If they found a
So,
better legend, it wouldn't be Goldberg. But as far as who Goldberg is, after we seen the promo when they were showing Goldberg from his rookie season to now, how good he was and stuff like that, that's the only reason why Goldberg is even on his card. Because Goldberg honestly is one of the GOATs. We don't agree. I definitely don't agree. But at the same time, he is one of the GOATs.
No,
And that's somebody that the WWE fans is going to want to see come back. That's why they did that. Because they need the money. Because if Goldberg ain't there, what card? What if Goldberg's not there? Even though we don't think, once again, me, you, and Larry are in agreement that this match is gonna be trash at the end. Well, wait, let me back up. Well, no, Larry fixed himself because
no, we reached this over 10 minutes.
at first Larry
10
said this match was gonna be crazy, but he fixed it. But at the same time, it's people in the world that wants to see that. They're gonna want to see it. Even because it's his last match, they want to see how it's gonna fold out. They like, well, hold on. If
minutes.
Gunther is going against Goldberg,
What if Goldberg wins? Does he continue, or is they just gonna let? Is it gonna be a squash match? Is it gonna be a 3 minute situation?
So,
Is it gonna be what?
okay,
What is it gonna be? But it's
I'm glad
all
you brought that
based
up.
off of. It's all based off
I'm
of
glad you
that
brought
name.
that up. I'm glad you brought that up. They didn't highlight the championship up until a week prior, when after that promo had happened, my coach did that sit down interview, if you remember, with Goldberg.
Yeah, I remember
When
that.
after that, Cole had a commentary where he was like, well, what if you won the world title? And he said, well, interesting dilemma.
Right.
Okay, cool. So you somewhat save it up for that reason, but why? But how come? This is my point I'm trying to get at. Why wasn't the title ever the highlight over the idea of, okay, we get Goldberg versus Gunther? That's a match that, for me, outside the world title, is a match that I think benefits Gunther a whole lot more than it does Goldberg. Goldberg just having the last match, but Gunther will go down as a guy who potentially might end up being Goldberg. So I like that scenario. I like that, and that puts another step on his resume for WWE. Okay, you beat Goldberg in his last match. Great, cool. That's how I'm looking at it. But when they decided to go, okay, Gunther's going to beat Jey Uso for the world title. All right, could you? What was the purpose? Here's my problem, BZ. Gunther beat Jey Uso for the world title.
Right.
The following week, Gunther brags about how he won the world title, how he got over Jay, and people were chanting Goldberg's name. He's like, "Oh, don't even buy into the rumors. Don't even buy into that. No, we're not trying to hear that." Goldberg comes out, gets a big pop, cool. Comes into the ring, talks about how he's congratulating Gunther sarcastically and whatnot, and basically he's coming after him, and y'all this and third, and you're next.
Mm.
But not one time during his promo, again, because I'm just pointing this out because it wasn't highlighted until the following week.
But it
He
don't.
never mentioned about going to the world title.
But that's what I'm saying. Goldberg don't care about the title. So what are you talking about? He's coming back
Right.
to
So
get
why?
revenge for
Okay.
his son.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. I'm in agreement with that. I'm in complete agreement with you. He's not caring about the title. But so why make it a title match if
Because
the
Gunther has the
overall plan
Josiah.
was have
So
the
are
match
you?
overall?
So are you telling me? Or is this what you're saying? That Goldberg is coming
Go
to
ahead.
the ring. Goldberg don't care about the title. He just want to fight Gunther. So the WWE should announce Saturday Night Main Event in a non-title match. We got Gunther versus Goldberg. No, they're never going to do that, bro. If he has a belt on him, they're never going to be like, "Yo, a match that big," but it's going to be a non-title match because of the fact that because Goldberg don't care. They're never going to do that, bro. What are you talking about? That's like Roman Reigns, like Cody Rhodes is like, you know what? I don't care about the fight. I just want revenge on Roman. Okay, well, SummerSlam, non-title match, Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. Is the WWE ever gonna do that? No.
No, I'm no, okay. This is what I'm saying. I'm not disagreeing with you over that. I'm not disagreeing with Gunther having that world title and then not being up for grabs regardless. I get that. Maybe Goldberg in essence was doing a promo that was all on his own, and there was no creative input. There was no bullet points of, hey, mission going for the world title. Just promote you're coming after Gunther. Maybe that was the case, and that's probably how they draw it up or allow him to say whatever he wanted to say on the microphone. My thing is, why is he again? I understand the purpose for it. I understand the mantle of it, the drawing, the business. I get all of that. But what I'm saying is, people wouldn't be questioning it because people are questioning it if even right now about how he comes in after months being away or even a year or two being away, and he gets a towel shot, and Jey Uso was there, and everybody else is busting their balls, busting their their behinds. I ain't gonna say busting their balls, busting their behinds in the WWE realm to get towards those opportunities for the world title shot.
It
When he
don't
just comes in and I'm back against it. I'm
because
busy. I understand why they're doing it. I understand why
first
they're
of
doing
all,
it.
okay, so
That's right.
if you understand why they're doing it, this is not a question. The subject should be over with. You keep saying I understand why they do it, but still, but still. Don't put no but still. If you understand what they're doing, then kill it. It's over. You know why they doing it. They doing it because Goldberg is about to be there the last second. They ain't got no money. They're gonna hurry up and get this junk and over with. Because at the end of the day, did we not see Zack Ryder on the same situation? He won the title and then the next day he lost it. This is the same thing. Even if he won, they're not gonna keep it for a long period of time. So why do it matter? We just bringing somebody in real quick for a money grab. That's all we doing. If he win, cool. If he don't, cool. We at the end of the day, we all in agreement that Seth Rollins is probably gonna cash in and get that title anyway. Or they gonna let Gunther win. So if they let
Mm-hmm.
Gunther win at the same time, we sit back and we like, oh well, why didn't Jay Uso get that shot? Because it's Saturday night's main event. Jay Uso is SummerSlam, WrestleMania, Royal Rumble. He big name. He ain't no little name. Oh, this is Saturday night main event, bro. This ain't no big card. This ain't nothing but the third version of SmackDown and Raw. This ain't we seen that the first time when you was hype about the first time we seen Saturday night main event, and you seen how that mother fell on his face because they don't nobody care about that card. Don't nobody care about nothing on Saturday night main event. There ain't nobody watching that, bro. That's not a big deal. Jay Uso is too big for Saturday night main event. That's why he's not on that card to go against Gunther. He's too big. Goldberg is not too big. That's why they like, man, look, it's a money grab because people don't watch this show anyway. They'll probably watch it because Goldberg is on it. That's it. That's it, bro. Like you gotta look at how the WWE is playing the hand. I guarantee this wouldn't have been on no SummerSlam. Goldberg on no SummerSlam. No, he ain't that good to be on no SummerSlam, bro. WWE, this is a money grab, bro. It's a money grab. It's a money
Yeah, I
grab.
can agree with you on that.
It's a money grab. Jay Uso versus J- go Jay Uso versus Jay Uso versus Gunther on SummerSlam. I mean not SummerSlam, but on Saturday Night Main Event, it's a smack in the face for Jay Uso. For all Jay Uso have done. Why is he on a mediocre card? Like
Okay.
create a mediocre story for him. Gunther, it's easy for him to do it because of the fact that he already has a mediocre story with Goldberg, and that's why Goldberg's like, well, I don't care, I'm just getting revenge because of my son. You ain't gonna put that promo on a SummerSlam card, nah, bro. We'll let you get your little Saturday night main event shine and be over with. Ain't nobody paying no attention to
That's
that.
it. That's it. Would it be? Would it have been different if it was SummerSlam as opposed to Saturday Night's main event?
Yes, and the reason why it
So
would
you
be
would.
different.
What you're telling me is that same promo,
No,
same thing.
no. What I'm
Go ahead.
telling you, what I'm telling
Go
you
ahead.
is Goldberg wouldn't have been on SummerSlam. It would have been Jey Uso. Is what I'm telling you.
No, I'm agreeing. But I'm saying if they had drawn it up for Gunther to face Goldberg with that same promo that he done did, and on the same night, it's not for it to be a title match.
It would. It wouldn't have been on SummerSlam. Is what I'm saying. WWE wouldn't have did that. They wouldn't have put him on SummerSlam.
I agree with you. But why would you? But also that would have been even more of a red flag because you put him on SummerSlam, you give him a world title match, but all of his promo he never mentioned about the world title. He
Are
mentioned
you
about
here,
how he want to give it
Larry? Larry, are you
first.
hearing? Larry, are you hearing what I'm saying? I'm telling you that WWE would have never done it. So why are you trying to come up with assumptions? They're
No,
not
I'm in
doing that.
agreement. I'm just saying. Okay, this is what I'm saying. I'm in agreement. I'm saying if they did the same thing, if they had okay, they didn't draw it up for Saturday Night's main event, right?
They threw. Yeah,
And they did that promo with Goldberg and Gunther.
yeah,
When he comes out, pretty much talking about what you done did to his child. He gonna
yeah.
come at you, you embarrass him, yada yada. You
Right.
do that promo, right? We're building up to SummerSlam at this point, okay?
Uh huh.
And you announce on the same night, mind you, and Gunther is the world champion too, so I kind of like get it for that sense. Okay, he's the world champion, so he has to defend that belt.
Mm-hmm.
So he comes at him for SummerSlam. You're not gonna have a problem with him doing that promo. He gets that title shot at SummerSlam against Gunther. If it
But
wasn't
it's
Saturday Night,
I agree, but it's not happening on SummerSlam, so it doesn't matter. So
I agree.
why you keep saying it?
I'm asking you, would it have hit? I'm asking you,
No,
would it have hit different if
no,
that was the case?
no.
Okay,
That's when the WWE would have went in the uproar. If Goldberg came back
I
and
agree.
it would have been on
That's what I'm saying.
SummerSlam and not on Saturday Night Main Event, then we got a problem. Since
Right.
they didn't do that, this conversation is
That's
dead.
what I'm saying.
But since they didn't do that, this conversation
That's
is
what I'm
dead.
saying. Oh my God. All right, bro.
Larry, are you understanding what I'm saying?
I'm
Mm-hmm.
understanding.
All I'm saying is the reason why Saturday Night Main Event is Goldberg versus Gunther is because Jey Uso is too big for Saturday Night Main Event, and Goldberg isn't, and it's a money grab because people don't watch Saturday Night Main Event, bro. Because none of the Saturday Night main events been good. I think one of them. I think one was good. Other than that, that was it. But the first one was terrible. Remember, we was all on the phone gassing it up. Oh, I can't wait till Saturday night. Well, Josiah was. I can't wait for Saturday night main event. This, and this.
I was talking about
No
because I was
titles.
basing it around.
No titles changed.
I
Nothing
was basing
happened.
it around. I was basing it around the idea of what the WWE was promoting about there being surprises. So I'm going, okay, what kind of surprises does that mean? Is
Right.
Rock coming back? Is this going to happen? Blah, blah, blah. That's what I was looking at. I wasn't looking back based around the overall card.
Right. And
That's
then
your
you
point,
look
though.
at the card, seeing the main events on there, those people that was having
Right.
title shots, none of the titles
Right.
changed hands. All you got was what's my boy the mayor, the one that came back, old head. What's his name? What's my boy name? He's the commentator, the one that came back.
Jesse's body.
Jesse the Body. He came. That was a surprise.
Yeah.
They had the surprise belt
Right.
with Cody. They had the surprise belt, and they had that's it. But other than that, we looked at the card. It was over in 2 hours. It had commercials. It looked like SmackDown. And it looked like Raw. And I was like, bro, this ain't nothing. So it failed tremendously. So now we like, okay, Saturday night's main event. Goldberg versus Gunther. That's the same thing as Cody Rhodes versus who did he go against the first time? I forget because he had the old school belt. Was it Kevin Owens? It was Kevin Owens because Kevin Owens had the other belt. Yeah. After and that match was done, over with. That's it. We just watched it. We expected everybody wanted Kevin to win. He almost won, but he didn't win. And that's it. They're gonna do the same thing with Gunther. Same thing with Gunther and Goldberg. But I think the match probably gonna be worse than what Kevin and him did. That's it. It's a money grab. They had one good card. After that, Saturday night main event ain't been good since the first one. And that first one wasn't even good, but the card was good. Because the matches was legit. But we was all complaining because we was like, yo, these matches should be on the SummerSlam. Why are y'all putting them on here? None of the matches lived up to the hype. Especially when Kevin and Cody was going crazy. When Kevin and Cody was going crazy at that time, they should have never put that on there.
Card, the best match on that card to me was the one with if you remember, Gunther was defending the belts against Damian Priest and Finn Balor.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that match was lit. That was lit.
I
now,
won that match.
And that was the first. That was the first card. After that, when have Saturday night main event been effective since that first card?
Yeah, it's not.
And that's how they trying to bring it back because now everybody been posting talking about WWE is 300 million billion in a hole and this and this. So now they trying to pull all the stops. So now they trying to make the card relevant. But when all actuality, it ain't even that. They just going based off the names. It's a money grab. Because they're not pulling no extra money in for Goldberg, bro. And honestly, I think that Goldberg probably I think this is how WWE work and the wrestlers work. But the Goldberg probably would have asked for a whole lot more money if he would have went on SummerSlam. If he would have went on SummerSlam, Goldberg would have asked a whole lot more money. And they'd have been like, no, we'll put you on Saturday night main event.
He really don't need to be there though. Be perfectly honest with you.
He need to be there if he's talking about this is his last match.
No, for the money business wise aspect, I'm in agreement with. What I'm saying is he really doesn't necessarily need to be there though, because we don't really need him. We never really need him. At least for this time period of Hunter being at the helm, running the crib and whatnot. Like WWE is doing tremendous without Goldberg being there at the helm. That was during that time when different men when Goldberg came back. If you remember around that time, different men again with him and when this was at the helm. A lot of times this was relying on the older guys to do what the younger guys could not do, and that was draw up interest for the product, right? Hunter's figured out, okay, let me factor into helping to get these younger guys over, and now we can say, oh yeah, we're fans of Brian Breaker, or we're fans of Judgment Day, or we're fans of the Bloodline, we're fans of this boom and boom, because now that he's establishing how to get any and everybody over.
Hold on.
I feel that you ought to go. Treating me like I'm the man. I feel like you ought to go. The things that you do with your hands, I feel like you ought to go. The way that you twerk when you dance, I feel that you ought to. I feel that you ought to go. Treating me like I'm the man. I feel like you ought to go. The things that you do with your hands, I feel like you ought to go. The way that you twerk when you dance, I feel that you oughta go. Baby, you showing that's for real to me. And I can't keep it low key. See, everything you do to me is crazy. Two to the dome, you know I came to kill. And all the DJs and beat makers know the drill. Your boy back, they all run like sawmill. This beat was just sent to me, this was a fresh kill. But you ain't know when I load up, I act wild. Like draw four, my screen kicks like a bad child. It's time to relocate, but not the eastbound. Call me a violent